The Stompers are 1 win away from the 1 seed and a bye in the CCL North Playoffs. There's one thing standing between them, and it's the Philippines national team. The final game of the regular season kicks off in about 25 minutes. I'm Kieran Costa, joined by Roman Raffelli, and there's so many times where the playoff seeding can be confusing. It's pretty clear today. Win, and you finish off the regular season atop the CCL North.
Yeah, and that's what this entire week has been about for Sonoma. You control your own destiny. Go win games. Don't worry about the standings, what's going on around Walnut Creek, San Luis Obispo. It doesn't matter. Win your games, get the spot, give yourself a huge first-round bye and an opportunity to go down to South California and play in the CCL Championship.
So if Sonoma wins today, they're the 1 seed. If Sonoma loses and Walnut Creek loses, Sonoma's the 1 seed. If Sonoma loses and Walnut Creek wins, then the Crawdads will host the CCL North title game, and the Stompers will host the CCL North wild card game. That would be Tuesday. But if things hold and the Stomps take care of business, it's Wednesday at 6:05 at Arnold Field to crown the CCL North champion. But let's talk about this game, Roman. That's what matters. Sonoma 24-15. They beat this Philippines team 18-2 yesterday. But today starts 0-0. What do the Stompers have to do early, stay aggressive, and how about we build another double-digit lead?
Yeah, Stompers scored in 7 of 8 innings. They hit in last night. That's the key to success. Score early, score often, keep on the gas. You don't want to get complacent and start to think, oh, we're up 5, we're up 6, whatever it may be. You don't want to fall into that mindset there, especially going into what could be a huge game on Wednesday. That's the big thing today. Get on the board. Don't be complacent. Always hungry at the plate, looking for a quality at-bat.
Yeah, and getting them early and often, well, a lot of that comes down to Max Handren hitting in the 2 spot. He has a first-inning RBI in the past 2 games. Yesterday, with Meaden at third base and nobody out, he chopped a ground ball to get a run home. He had a 2-run home run against San Francisco on clinch day a few days ago. 18-2 last night. We're back to 0-0 coming up today, and David Howard gets the ball for the Stompers. 5 starts. He's 0-2 with a 3.66 earned run average. What does he have to do to be effective? Not a very hard throw. It's all about command with David.
Yeah, his last outing against Walnut Creek, he just lived in the strike zone. He struggled at times, a couple walks, a couple hit by pitches, but when David Howard is throwing strikes and living there, not afraid of contact, he's very successful. A ground ball pitcher through and through. Got a nice changeup that's just so slow. It's really hard to get a quality piece of barrel on it. Needs to keep the Philippines off balance today and trust the defense. The defense that's been really good down the home stretch.
Yeah, the defense today has Silken, Olympia, and Handren third to first. Again, both Silken and Handren are guys that can play third base, natural third baseman, so that move is really no problem at all. But Dave Hoke said it yesterday. He loves the defensive infield that the team has right now. Very sure-handed all around the infield diamond. Cam Hegeman, let's talk about him in center field. 8 hits over his last 4 games, swinging a really hot bat here down the stretch.
Yeah, and that's big. Hegeman's been, putting together good quality at-bats. Most of the lineup has. They've just been finding ways on base. A kid who just joined the Stompers, Quinn Meaden, has been on base 13 consecutive plate appearances. That dates back to Wednesday. He's just been spectacular, finding gritty ways to get on base, hit by pitches, errors, hustle, and just seeing the game at a very slow pace. Always feels like guys like Quinn Meaden, Cam Hegeman, even Kyle Olympia, even with a 150 average, it just feels like they're a step ahead of what's going on the field, and it's leading to a lot of Sonoma success.
Yeah, the Stompers' early runs is going to be something. They are 21-5 when they scored the first run of the game, but that's going to be really down to Max Handren and Nick Sebastiani, a big 2-3 spot. They are facing a lefty today, something that's been a tough go for Sonoma. 5-7 against left-handed starters this season. Only 2 lefties in the lineup today in Handren and Lazul. Some of these righties are going to have to step up and break the splits.
Yeah, and that's the big thing here. Just find a way to get the barrel on the ball here. With what we see from the stats of Jaden Bagalayos, Probably won't be an overwhelming lefty arm here, but there have been a couple lefty outings that have been really tough for Sonoma. A couple from Aiden White, the Nebraska Cornhusker playing for Walnut Creek. He's decimated the Stompers lineup a couple of times. Need to avoid that here, and a good opportunity to just see the ball from the left before the playoffs, where you'll inevitably see some lefty pitching.
So the Stompers 24-15. They're looking to go to 15-9 here at home and sweep out the Philippines. This is the third time these two teams have met. Roman, we talk about this sort of loosely, but what's your one key to the game here for Sonoma to go get the 1 seed at home on a Sunday afternoon?
It's avoid the swing and miss today. You don't want to get complacent. Try to just mash the ball as far as you can. Find a barrel. Don't fall too far ahead or behind in the count to where you just start thinking, oh, okay, let me try to see how far I can hit it. Just put the barrel on the ball. Avoid the strikeouts. Be productive in the lineup.
Yeah, so now we close up shop here. We'll start with the visiting Philippines national team and take a look behind enemy lines.
Yeah, the look behind enemy lines here. There's a couple good options here. I'm going to go with Ben Lee leading it off. 22 hits, 7 doubles there, and 2 triples as well. Almost half his hits, 4 extra bases. He's going to need to do a lot of damage at the top of the order and just start it off right against David Howard.
Yeah, and then on the other side, who's going to be helping out David Howard on the offense? And we talked about Hegeman, we talked about Meaden, we talked about Handren, and a whole bunch of choices for you.
I'm going to say Xander Silkin in the 4-hole. The average, just 238, just 5 hits in his time with Sonoma, but he's been hitting the ball really hard. Talked to him after the game yesterday. He hit a ball nearly over the wall in left, but a really nice play by the left fielder there, just banged into the wall, grabbed it. He's frustrated with that outing, but knows he's confident in his stuff. He's hitting the ball, seeing it well, and needs to have a big one today.
Yeah, so those are big ones. Silkin does have a hit in 4 out of his 5 games. The Stompers are keyed up to go win the regular season title, or whatever that means to them. The most important thing is that the Stompers, with a win today, would host the CCL North title. Find out if they get the job done when we come back for lineups and first pitch on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network. Today is the day. The Stompers have a chance to play for the #1 seed in the California Collegiate League North and finish out the regular season and host the CCL North title game right back here on Wednesday. Welcome to Arnold Field in Sonoma, a Sunday matinee, the regular season finale here from Wine Country. I'm Kieran Costa, joined by Roman Raffelli one last time here in this regular season. Feels like yesterday that the Stompers opened up the campaign against the Berkovich Honors, but now they're going for their 25th league victory and their first ever CCL North regular season 1 seed. They send out David Howard to do just that, the 6'4", 225-pound lefty from Newark. Still waiting to see where he's going to throw this fall. San Francisco City College is where he started through the last couple seasons at Sonoma State. For the Stomps, 7 games, 5 of them have been starts. He's pitching to a 3.66 ERA, an 0-2 record in 27 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts to just 11 walks. Fastball, changeup, and a slider. From the lefty, wearing the Stompers home white uniform, Stompers scripted across the front in navy with navy numbers on the back and orange numbers on the front. They go up against Will Pickett's in the Philippines national team, 4-18 Roman. Everything points to a Stomper victory, but it's baseball. We'll see what we'll see. The catcher, Ben Lee, leads off, followed by the shortstop, J.J. Fagfumsent, and the first baseman, Nomar Vazquez. The DH, Dylan Tagium, cleans it up, followed by the left fielder, Tyler Haruda, and the right fielder, Stefan Leo. The second baseman, Owen Stevenson, hits in the 7th position. Third baseman, Malachi Lopez, and center fielder, Wyatt Lamarsna, round out the 9 for Philippines national team, who lost 18-2 here yesterday. The Stompers don't need a 16-run margin of victory. They just need 1. And Zach Pace and the coaching staff control their fate, and they're 9 innings away from hosting the CCL North title. Ben Lee, J.J. Fagfumsen, and Nomar Vazquez. We start lefty on righty. Howard throws the hands over the head and delivers a called strike 1, says home plate umpire John Pierce. It's 1:16 here in Sonoma. Day game to close it out. It's 69 degrees as that one misses. The count's 1-1. Ron Materi, the first base umpire. Dean Poteet over at third. Howard comes home. Called strike. 1-2. The Stompers have a 1-game lead over the Crawdads and the Blues. Those 3 teams will go dancing this year. We're just deciding where those dances will be. Sonoma wins and they get the 1 seed, which means the Crawdads and the Blues will play each other on Tuesday. The winner will come here. 2-2 pitch. Howard misses. Filler up 3-2. Lee 0 for 3 in yesterday's ball game, but a very good hitter, 386 average, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and 14 driven in. Howard delivers it, bounced back through the middle for a base hit. And just how Nomar Vazquez started yesterday's game with a single, Ben Lee does the same. First runner, first base hit, and David Howard immediately from the stretch.
That's a nice piece of contact there from Ben Lee. Shot it right back. It nearly hit Howard on the leg, but just shoots it right back up the middle. No better way to get aboard to start the first.
Stompers ready to do anything to win this ball game pitching-wise as Howard delivers. That one served back up the middle, and Kyle Olympia makes the catch on the fly. Is that one you knock down, step on second, turn a pair?
I definitely think with how Ben Lee wasn't even out of his leadoff, really, and how Fagfumsent was just already kind of giving up on it out of the box. You want to bat that down and play it, but, I mean, adds pieces to it. Some consider it more of a Bush League kind of play. A nice catch from Olympia.
There's been a few defensive struggles. I think you're just getting outs and trusting Howard. This one's popped up on the first pitch. Xander Silkin tries it. He's going to let it drop and go to second base. So Xander, right on cue, does the exact same thing we talked about. Tried to dummy the runner. It goes 5-4 on the fielder's choice. Heads up play from Xander Silkin. Not really sure if he had the same chance at turning it.
Yeah, that's an interesting one there because if you wanted to drop, you're going for 2 there. He wasn't able to get 2, so it's kind of the same thing. You just keep the runner at first base, but
Runner goes. Pulowski's throw down to second base on a hop and into center field. Stolen base for Nomar Vasquez. Early aggression on the base paths from the Philippines. Interesting. 5th steal of the year for Vasquez, who is running first pitch on Howard. Hey, he sees something against the lefty. Howard looks at second, looks again, and now comes home. That one's bounced to the shortstop hole off the glove of Olympia. There'll be a play at the plate. Kyle's throw, Pulowski's tag, he's out! Uber aggressive base running from Nomar Vasquez. Kyle Olympia does a great job to recover, and he throws out the runner. And after that, it's no runs on just 1 hit and 1 left. We head to the bottom of inning number 1. Stompers have a chance to take the lead. It's 0-0. Bottom of the first, the Stompers are in a scoreless ball game here on a day they're trying to clinch the 1 seed, and that's thanks to some nifty defense and some probably too aggressive base running from the Philippines. Jaden Bagalayos takes the mound, the 6'3", 220-pound lefty from Eastvale, California. The 19-year-old didn't play for Pierce College last year. 7 games, this is his first start, 8 earned runs over 8 innings with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. His longest appearance is just 2 innings, so the Stompers trying to build that pitch count early and get back into that Philippines bullpen. Quinn Meaden, Max Handren, and Nick Sebastiani will hit here in the first.
University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, right fielder.
Bagalayos, the lefty, comes home, and it's low for ball 1, 83 miles an hour out of the hand. And Roman, the Stompers are 5-7 against left-handed starters this season. They've struggled against the Southpaws. They try and change that today, as that one misses badly, 2-0. 86 from Bagalayos. Meaden takes a called strike. Quinn's been on base in 13 consecutive at-bats. That was 7 times yesterday, 5 times the day before that, and then the final at-bat against San Francisco. He takes outside, he's ahead 3-1, and that could turn into 14 straight plate appearances if this pitch misses.
this might just turn into can anyone retire Quinn Meaden down the stretch.
3-1 pitch. Quinn takes inside ball 4. A threat to run is aboard to start the ball game, and this is exactly what the Stompers need to do. Score early and score often. 21-5 when they score the first run of the ball game.
And that's his 5th walk in, I believe, like 6 games for the kid. He's got 8 hits, just an on-base machine.
Yeah, 5 hits yesterday. And now, time is called by the home plate umpire, John Pierce. Handren digs in from the left side. A look at Meaden and the pitch home. Handren sends it in the air to center field. Well, Marza chasing back. He's all turned around. It's over his head, and it's rolling all the way to the 450 sign. Handren round second. He's heading towards third. There won't be a throw. Stand-up triple Max Handren, and the Stompers jump all over Bagalayos. It's 1-0.
We talked all season about how hard it is to hit in front and behind Max Handren, but if there's a lineup the Stompers want to go into the postseason with, it's this one here. Quinn Meaden has mastered hitting in front of Max Handren, just finds a way on base and gives Max Handren a great lane to hit him around. He does just that there.
First pitch to Sebastiani's a called strike. Nick's 3 for 8 with 3 RBIs since returning from the injured list. A knee issue held him out from July 3rd to July 25th. That's Handren's 30th run batted in of the season. And that's Quinn Meaden's 7th run scored in now his 5th game. Sebastiani swings and misses. They counts 1 and 2. So Meaden's the guy they want to hit in front of Handren because, man, if we imply that Handren's hit in all of his at-bats, he's had a runner on for 14 straight at-bats. Sebastiani strikes out swinging on a fastball. That's the first out for Bagalayos. But now we need an RBI guy because Handren's going to be on base as well.
Yeah, and between Nick Sebastiani, Xander Silken, and Cam Hegeman, you're definitely going to have an RBI with those three. Good at-bats from the three, and a lot of pop with Sebastiani and Silken, as well as just some really good gap-to-gap contact from Cam Hegeman.
Yeah, Silken has struck out just twice in 21 at-bats. He swings and misses here for strike 1. Silken, I like Silken a lot hitting behind Handren because especially if Max is in scoring position, which happens a lot. He now has 6 doubles and a triple. Silken's a guy that puts the ball in play, and you can easily move the runner over. In this situation, if he hits a ground ball, it will get him in. Silken takes a called strike. It's quickly 0-2. 0-2 pitch to Silken. He hits a ground ball to shortstop. Fagfumsen gloves and throws in time to first base. Silken does the job. His second RBI of his Stomper summer. And Sonoma, crooked number in the first. It's 2-0.
And a good job there, just getting the job done. You score the second run, don't leave it 90 feet away. And something to notice here, Jaden Bagalayos working at a pretty rapid pace.
Yeah.
Silken did not seem comfortable in the box.
That brings up Cam Hegeman, who takes outside 1-0.
And Bagalayos settling in well since the triple, gets a quick strike out of Sebastiani, and then a ground ball, which resulted in the RBI, but a pair of outs.
Hegeman hits this one to Fagfumsen. Gloves on the backhand, sets his feet, throws high to first base, and a swipe tag pops out of the glove of the first baseman, Vasquez. It's an error on the shortstop. A very high throw. Hegeman keeled over at first base. You hope he's okay.
Yeah, I think he got hit in the stomach with that tag. Probably just took the air out a little bit. Not a nice play there. You hate to see a throw go towards home plate on the first base line. Just so many shoulder injuries, collisions with a first baseman that are not ever good for anybody.
Play was called prematurely. Hegeman still putting on the oven mitt, ready to run. 5 for 8 on stolen bases this season. First pitch to Kyle Olympia is a called strike, 84 at the knees. Good pitch from Bagalayos. One thing that we've noticed here, Roman, is when the Stompers get those early crooked numbers, they sometimes struggle to add on after that. That wasn't a problem yesterday, as Olympia fouls it back.
And the Stompers need to continue that. Scoring as many innings as you can. A lead is only good for so long. Stomper pitching has been phenomenal all season long, but you don't want to just say, oh, the pitching has been great, we can lay off on the offensive side. You want both to be firing on all cylinders at all times.
0-2 pitch to Olympia is fouled off again to the opposite field on a fastball. Howard, a guy that really can work with his stuff when he's pitching with a lead. Just fill up the zone, drop that changeup in there at 70 miles an hour, speed him up to 85. Howard's a great guy to be pitching with a lead. The pitch to Olympia is bounced foul again. All 4 pitches have been fouled off after a called first strike to Kyle. And The Stompers have 2 in, 1 on, 2 outs, bottom of inning number 1, beg your pardon. And another thing we've noticed in this inning is with Handren at third and no outs and 1 out, the Philippines infield stayed back. 0-2 to Olympia is sent the other way. Leo will watch it drift out of play. That's an interesting decision. After losing 18-2, I wouldn't be in a spot where you can just cede another run. Oh, 2 to Olympia, fouled back to the screen again. 7th pitch coming to Olympia, and the count's still no balls and 2 strikes.
And Kyle Olympia swing first approach here, but battling off, living to see another one, trying to find something to hit.
Hegman still hasn't run, and Olympia bounces it to third. Tough hop for Lopez. His throw across the diamond's on the money, and the inning is over. The Stompers get 1 run, or 2 runs on 1 hit and leave 1. We head to the second. Stompers on top 2-0. David Howard, who threw just 10 pitches to get out of the first inning, back out of the windup, fires home a fastball, and it's bounced foul down the third base line. An odd first inning for Howard.
I was just about to say a very funky one there. A pair of fielders' choices, some really interesting defense, but no harm done.
So we led off the game with a single. Vagkumsen lined out. Vasquez popped into a 5-4 fielder's choice, and then Tagium hit a hard ground ball into the shortstop hole. Olympia dove it, kicked off his glove, and Vasquez tried to score from second and was thrown out by a step. 2-1 coming now from Howard to Haruta, cut on and missed, 2-2. Went to the changeup. He throws that about 22% of the time, and at the average 70 miles an hour. 2-2 pitch. Just misses high. John Pierce, we've seen him behind the plate a few times, doesn't give it up at the top of the strike zone. Payoff. That one's outside. 3-2. So, incorrect from me. 3-2 pitch struck him out swinging. First K for David Howard, 27th of the season.
Now batting, right fielder number 20, Stefan Leo.
And post facto, I think the umpires might have missed ball 4. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Stefan Leo. 5 for 42 this season.
Been a tough go, and you mentioned post facto they might have missed it. That's equally on the batter there. He should know if it's ball 4.
And Leo now finds himself behind 0-2. 0-2 from Howard is pulled hard and just fouled down the third base line. Kieran Costa Roman Rafelio, top of the second inning, so up 2-0 in the regular season finale from Arnold Field. But we know a couple things to be certain. Now I'll tell you all about it after the 0-2. Howard delivers. Leo pops it up first base side. Long run for Lazul, and it's just out of his reach in foul ground. The Stompers will have a playoff game. They will host a playoff game with a win, which looks good now. I mean, you have 23 more outs to get, but that game will be here on Wednesday, the CCL North title. If the Stompers lose this game and the Walnut Creek Crawdads win their game tonight at 6 o'clock, then Sonoma will host San Luis Obispo. That will be on Tuesday, the CCL North wild card game. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Howard looking to put away Leo. That one's bounced weakly up the third baseline, and Silkin's going to let it kick foul. Leo almost had himself an infield hit, but Xander Silkin waited for that ball to go into foul ground before picking it up. And Leo's still just in search of that 6th hit of the season, and he'll try and get it on the 7th pitch.
Yeah,
Ran out that little foul ground ball and really taking his time getting back to home plate.
Yeah, real good at bat being put together here, fouling off pitches, a good approach at the plate, just finding the ball with the barrel.
1-2. Struck him out swinging. Back-to-back punch-outs for David Howard to start the second. That brings up Owen Stevenson. And now, after that strikeout from Leo and Stevenson are combined 8 for 90. It's now Stevenson's turn. A right-handed hitting second baseman of Kentucky Wesleyan bounces it foul. Came off the bench last night, right?
He pinch hit in the 8th, and he struck out to end the inning.
That was his 18th strikeout of the year. 3 for 47. All 3 singles. He's yet to drive in a run. He takes low inside 1-1. It took Howard 10 pitches to get 3 outs against 4 hitters in the first. It's taken him 15, and there's just 2 outs in the second. That one's foul back to the screen, but he's 1 pitch away from striking out the side.
And we don't often think of Howard as a strikeout first guy, but he's got 26 Ks in 27 innings this season, and I mean, his stuff is very good. It's not, overpowering by any means, but he hits his spots. He's got good stuff.
1-2 pitch is bounced foul. Yeah, if he gets the hitter here, it would be 29 strikeouts in 29 innings.
And 1 inning for a ground ball first pitcher is a fantastic spot to be.
Yeah, it tops out at 84. 1-2. Bounce to third. Silkin, gloves, sets his feet. His long throw is in time. The side is retired. 1-2-3, go the Philippines national team. The Stompers look to add to a 2-0 advantage when we return for the last of the second on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network. Lazul takes a called strike one to start the bottom of the second inning. Lazul, Pulowski, Tapia, if anybody reaches back to the top in Meaden. That one is low and inside. 86 from Bagalias, ticked up a little bit from what we usually see from him. Lazul, a left-handed hitter, is now tied with Trent Keys for the team lead in games played. Both Trent and Paul have played 33 of now the 40 in that first base platoon. At one point was a 6 lefty lineup, a 7 lefty lineup, and today just a 2 lefty lineup. His ground ball to Fag Fumsen retires Lazul. And I don't know if he's staying in the ball game, wasn't hustling up the line, thrown out by a couple of steps.
And kind of
He looked like almost pulled up halfway through. You hope that's not an injury to Lazul.
Yeah, that's not, assuming it wasn't an injury, that's not the mindset you want here. Yes, you're up 2-0 against a team with just 4 wins on the year, but need to run hard no matter what.
Tried a changeup, and it slipped out of his hand straight to the backstop. Pulowski, right-handed hitting catcher, takes outside. Connor scored a run in his last 4 games, a .222 average, but the big number, 17 RBI. He takes low. Good eye, too. 16 walks to 15 strikeouts, looking to finish off the regular season with more walks than Ks. That's always a good spot to be, and he earns one on just 4 pitches here. 1 on, 1 out for Gabriel Tapia.
Now batting out of Sonoma State, left fielder number 21.
Tapia, a left-handed hitter.
Tapia.
Well, he's the 3rd lefty in this lineup to go with Lazul and Handren. Tapia takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. That's 5 consecutive misses from Bagalios, who has not gone more than 2 innings all season long. Tapia takes in there for a called strike 80. Took a little something off the fastball to get it over. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Pulowski runs. The throw to second is way offline. Connor Pulowski, 3rd stolen base of the season, took it off the pitcher. The catcher, Lee, popped up and threw it to the second baseman who was backing up the base.
It's a weird time for it, but good for Connor. I mean, filling up the stat sheet, more walks than Ks this summer, and then adds a steal. I'm sure the Bellarmine coaches are thrilled looking at what he's been doing.
This is Lee's just 7th game at the catcher position. He's thrown out now just 2 of the 11 runners. Pulaski dancing off second. Tapia swings and hits it hard into right field. Dave Hoke is going to hold up Connor Pulowski at 3rd base, and a very nice throw from Leo. That was the right decision from Hoke. 3rd hit for Tapia this season. Stompers are set up, runners at the corners, 1 out for an on-base machine, 14 consecutive for Quinn Meaden.
And we talked about it for the last week or so. Zach Pace and this coaching staff have done a spectacular job of finding guys to come in after injuries and school commitments, all those kinds of things. Meaden and Tapia, as well as Kyle Olympia, have been great.
Meaden takes a called strike 1 on a fastball. Meaden has 5 RBI. 4 of those were yesterday. He's looking to add at least 1 here with Pulowski just 90 feet away. The pitch to Meaden in there for a called strike 2. Quinn has yet to strike out in 13 at-bats. I wonder if Tapia runs here on an 0-2. He doesn't, and Meaden hits a weak ground ball to 3rd. Lopez goes to second for 1. The throw is low. The turn is not in time. RBI for Quinn Meaden. That counts as reaching base 15 consecutive times for Quinn Meaden. His 6th RBI and a 3-0 Sonoma lead.
And there have been a couple fielders' choices in that streak. Just a guy who hustles up the line. Never a doubt that he's going to give it his best effort. He does just that there. Gets the RBI and finds himself on base yet again.
Love to see him try and steal and get into scoring position for Handren. Bagalios has the same idea and checks back on the speedy Quinn Meaden. Quinn, though, does not shorten his lead. Held on by Vasquez. Bagalios comes home, and Handren bends back away from an 84-mile-per-hour fastball that misses high.
And Handren, the last guy in this lineup, the Stompers need to get hit by a pitch here.
Nope. A pitch to Max, caught on and missed. 85, blew it by him, 1-1. And every time Handren swings and misses, he sort of just stares at his bat. That has to be the problem. 1-1, Max takes low, 2-1.
Yeah, it can't be Mighty Max Handren. I mean, the dude's
He
hitting
doesn't
almost
swing and miss.
500 with Sonoma this season.
Got a 1.1 OPS entering play, and he has an RBI triple. Handren takes inside corner. That fastball seems to have a little bit of cut to it. That's the second consecutive time we've seen Handren bend back out of a pitch that ended up on the inside corner of this at-bat. 2-2 pitch. Handren hits it foul. Right past Jacoby Heyer in the first base coaching box. Dave Hoke over at third for Zach Pace. Mike Nunez is pitching coach with the team today. Paul Madarena, Kenny Meimerstorff, and Casey Gilroy all helping out. Meaden runs. Handren takes high. The throw to second is in time. Meaden's thrown out by the catcher Lee. That's just the third runner he's caught this season. And so Handren will lead off the bottom of the third. Sonoma get one. We head to inning number 3. Sonoma out in front. Eight, 9, and 1 in the Philippines national team lineup. That's Malachi Lopez, Wyatt Lamarzna, and then back to the top in Ben Lee. Howard is set to deliver his 29th pitch of the outing. He'll work against 3 righties. The tall lefty winds and fires high. Close pitch. 79-mile-per-hour fastball from David. One was in there, and he has sort of old-timey hands fully come up over the head before coming home. A guy that has a starkly different motion, the wind-up versus the stretch. Stares into Pulowski and delivers. Foul back to the screen, 1-2. Stompers looking to win today, improve to 25-15, end the season on a 3-game league winning streak, and secure the #1 spot in the California Collegiate League North. The pitch to Howard from Howard is a half-swing fly ball to left. Tapia makes the catch. 4 consecutive retired dating back to last inning because Tagiam singled on a very odd fielder's choice to end the first.
Malachi Lopez there just kind of dropped the bat in the zone and made some contact perfectly on the sweet spot of the bat there. Sent that ball really far into left for just a very weak swing. First pitch to Lamarzna is high.
81 miles an hour. Howard working quickly today from the wind. 1-0. High again, 2-0. 2-0, high 3-0. This has been an issue for Stomper pitching this season, inability to put away 9 hitters in the lineup. Well, Marsden no slouch, 250 average with a double and a triple. And Howard misses inside, 4-pitch walk to the 9-hitter, Wyatt Lamarsna. Back to the top, and Ben Lee, who was already singled today.
Now batting, catcher number 88, Ben Lee.
That seemed to start with the Crawdads a couple weeks ago. The Stompers couldn't get the 9-hole out what felt like more than once a weekend, and it's just continued here no matter who they're playing. It's an interesting trend to continue to watch.
Howard, first pitch from the stretch is a called strike. At the knees of Lee, a right-handed hitter. Middle infield shaded for 2. Olympia at shortstop, Handren at second. Pitch misses away. Counts 1-1. Pulowski did his best to try and bring that baseball back to the outside corner. John Pierce didn't bite. Runner goes. It's line just foul. That was all. If Lazula catches that baseball, it's a double play. It ended up wide of the first base coach and cued down the line. So you now know that Marsden is ready to be aggressive from first. We'll see if Howard checks over, and he does. Just to let Wyatt know that he saw him running on the last pitch, it won't be as easy this time. Marsden shortened his lead by a step. Howard's 1-2. Lee fouls it back to the screen.
And despite picking just a pitch ago or a moment ago, still a full leg kick from Howard on the bump. Not a slide step, but was deliberate. When he brought the leg up, he looked over and kind of got a half back step from Lamarsna off of first.
Yeah, Pulowski behind the dish, thrown out 8 runners, so you have to trust your backstop. Connor, 24% caught stealing rate, but that was 8 runners thrown out is the league leader. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Howard with a gimme toss over to first. Lamarsna back again. Howard last time out went 5 innings in relief last Sunday against the Crawdads. His 2-2, and he's picked off Lamarsna, who falls halfway to second base, and they have him hung up in a pickle. Howard will actually be the one to apply the tag. It goes 1-3-6-1. And Lamarsna just what too aggressive off first base. Howard picked up for a second consecutive time. You don't see that much, and Lamarsna just tripped flat on his face halfway between first and second base.
And a nice move there from David Howard. He had looked over when he picked up the leg a couple of times, and I got Lamarsna used to it, so he did it there and actually threw it.
2-2 to Lee, sent to center, right at Cam Hegeman, and just like that, the inning is over. A 1-out walk, Howard picks him off. We head to the bottom of inning number 3. Sonoma in charge, 3-0. Braden Briscoe's the first reliever out of the bullpen for the Philippines national team, making just his third start on the summer. 3 innings pitched, no earned runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. A strong season at L.A. Pierce College. He went 7-4 with a 3.23 ERA over 75 innings, and he had 6 starts and 4 saves. So a guy that can do a whole bunch of things. And we talked about this, no games are gimmies. What if the Filipino national team has someone that we haven't seen before that can go out there and shove? And that might be Braden Briscoe.
Almost a pocket ace here by the look of the stats.
Briscoe's first pitch to Handren is 79 miles an hour through the heart. Sinker from Briscoe. Jaden Bagalayos gave up 3 earned over 2 innings on a couple of hits, a couple of walks, and he struck out Nick Sebastiani. Handren hits this one high in the air to right. Leo looks up and watches it fly. 3 straight games with a home run for Max Handren. That man is unstoppable. 4-0 Sonoma.
That ball hit a mile high and incredibly far over the right field fence. You said it last night after that home run. All of his home runs at Arnold are in about the same little vicinity.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
All of his home runs are just true pull.
And that ball blasted. I mean, Max Handren, the game really does just look so slow to him. A huge piece of Sonoma's success, and especially moving into the postseason.
So welcome to the ball game, Braden Briscoe. The pitch to Sebastiani is a called strike over the inside corner, 1-1. Briscoe comes home. Sebastiani takes upstairs 2-1. Braden starts the hands very high, then drops them and comes home.
And we've talked to Max Handren. He's actually starting to do some like hitting lessons and things like that for Sonoma youth ball players. I might go try one myself. I want to hit a ball that far.
Sebastiani takes a called strike inside corner, 2-2. Max Handren halfway to a cycle, and he's done the 2 most difficult ones. Triple and a home run today. That one's high. Sebastiani hasn't lifted the bat off his shoulder, and he's in a full count. That one was 88 from Briscoe. Payoff from Briscoe to Sebastiani. Nick sends one to left field, chasing Haruda back. Nearing the wall, he reaches up and makes the catch.
He might have taken one from Nick Sebastiani there. It's tough to tell right at the wall, but he had to reach up. It could have been gone, but nice play and a great piece of contact. We've seen a couple hard hit balls from Nick Sebastiani.
Nick gave one a ride, and Haruda tracked it the whole way and made the catch as he banged off against the wall. First pitch to Silken is a called strike one. He had a wall ball of his own yesterday. Yeah. Another nice play by Haruda. This is exactly the game Sonoma wanted to play. Get a lead and just continue to tack on all game long. Silken sends this one to center, not deep. Lamarsna ranges over and makes the catch.
And actually, I talked to Silken for a moment after last night's game. I was like, man, you hit that ball really hard. He's like, I don't know how that doesn't land. A great play from Tyler Haruda there. Similar to the one that he just caught from Sebastiani. He hit the wall hard. It took him out, but he held onto the ball, made the catch. That's really incredible effort from the left fielder who didn't start the game, came in because of an injury, and still playing hard despite a tough season for the Philippines.
Egman takes a first pitch slider for a called strike one. Briscoe looking to settle down after Handren's leadoff home run. Hegeman tried to park one of his own, but comes up empty on a high fastball, 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way to Hegeman. Reached on an error back in the first. This one hits him in the knob of the bat. Cam tried to sell it this time and head over to first base, but that one very clearly hit the knob of Hegeman's bat. He'll dig back in. It's still 0-2. And Hegeman had a situation like this against San Francisco, and Zach Pace after the game said, come on, Cam, you have to sell those if it got hit. He took that note and tried to sell that one, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I think
You remember that game on Thursday where Dean Poteet looked at his hand after he took off the arm guard? Apparently Hegeman wasn't selling it enough. He has to say, you're killing me, Dean. You're breaking my hand. And that time he made the move to first base. Maybe they do listen to what Coach Pace says. 1-2 pitch. Hegeman bounces it foul. No. Shot at Zach Pace, obviously. He's well on his way to a managerial record 31st victory this season if you combine league and non-league. He set his record last year with 30. He could break it. Hegeman fouls this one back. And something came flying off of Cam's bat. That was 89 miles an hour from Briscoe, ticking up. Continues to tick up. One-two pitch. Low, 2-2.
Yeah, good approach here from Cam Hegeman, seeing some pitches, fouling a couple off. The at-bats today for the Stompers have been exactly what Zach Pace wants them to be. Quality at-bats, just one strikeout through the first time through the lineup.
2-2 pitch to Hegeman. It's grounded towards second. Stevenson ranges over and it's through into right field. Hegeman extends his hitting streak to 5 games. He has 9 knocks over that span. He moves the line for Kyle Olympia, who's struggled 3 for 21 since joining the Stomps.
Number 7, Kyle Olympia.
Olympia, right-handed hitter, has power. One of those 3 hits, a double. Walked twice, been hit by a pitch twice. He takes a called strike 1, 86. Grounded out to the third baseman, Lopez, in the first inning. A righty up and throwing for the Philippines in the bullpen. 4-0 Stompers, last of the third. Briscoe sets at the letters, and Olympia bounces it past Dave Hoke in the third base coaching box. Foul. So Hegeman was behind 0-2. He fouled 3 pitches off, wound up with a single. Olympia was working a 7-pitch battle from an 0-2 count last time up. Hegeman short lead off first. Olympia bounces it foul again. I don't know if we have a foul ball counter on Hegeman's first 2 trips. Seven foul balls through an at-bat and a half. The analytics team continues to produce for us this season. The pitch. Olympia lines it over the head of the shortstop, Bagfumsen, into center field. Back-to-back 2-out singles for the Stomps. The throw back to the infield kicks away, no advance. Third hit of the inning off Briscoe, and Lazul Olefte will get a crack at things.
And nice swing there from Olympia. He's got a real line drive swing to him.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit the ball, really high at all. Doesn't hit a lot of ground balls. Just threw the ball really well. Nice swing.
And I think Briscoe wants a new baseball or a meeting with his catcher. I think he called his catcher out to the mound to talk things over. Don't usually see the pitcher send that invitation.
Yeah, probably just wants to start the count with a different pitch, maybe work backwards, something against Lazul, but yeah, not a lot of mound visits initiated by the pitcher.
Maybe Hegeman stealing the signs out at second base. Legally stealing the signs.
Yeah,
that is.
that's
I
no
mean,
issue there.
If you can see what the pitcher's grip is or what the sign the catcher puts down, why not tell him? 2 on, 2 out. Lazul awaits the first pitch, and he sends it to left. Haruda ranges over and makes the catch head high. So the Stompers hit the ball hard, but the only run they get is a Max Handren solo home run. His 5th long ball of the year. 1 run on 3 hits and a couple left. Roman Ravelli takes over the play-by-play duties in the 4th in a 4-0 Stomper lead.
Time is called as David Howard pitches his first pitch of the 4th, but I don't know if it'll be upheld or not. Pitch doesn't count from John Pierce behind the plate. Dean Poteet on the third base line waved it off. I believe Gabe Tapia was getting something off the field out in left. So the first pitch now from Howard from the wind in the 4th is an off-speed in there for a strike.
Showed him what was coming and then did it again.
Yeah, J.J. Fagfumsen leads it off here in the 4th, followed by Nomar Vasquez and Dylan Tagiam. That's 2-3-4 for the Philippines, still looking to get on the board against the Stompers. Second pitch is fouled off now, 0-2.
Howard about to throw his 45th pitch. David's a lefty that I wouldn't hate to see on Wednesday if the situation called for it.
Yeah, Howard, a 5-inning safe against Walnut
Yeah.
Creek. If it were to be them, I think a couple innings from Howard could be beneficial, especially out of the bullpen for Zach Pace. Pitch misses the zone. A check swing by Fagfumsen now 2-2 with David Howard.
Yeah, the Stompers, let's say they hold this lead and get the 1 seed.
2-2 hit hard but foul towards the third base dugout.
Have a lot of pitching decisions to make for Wednesday's ball game.
We've heard an inning will be thrown by Devin Laginto today. He could go to start Wednesday's game, been one of the best arms for Sonoma. Struggled his last time out. That was this week against the Seagulls. 2-2 fouled back into Connor Pulowski, shaken up.
My worry with Laginto is his struggles against the Crawdads specifically, and there's no assumption that it could be Walnut Creek. If Walnut Creek wins, I would much rather see Haroon Pelja. I mean, again, there's coaching staff that are on payroll to make these decisions, not us. But last time, or there's been 2 outings against the Crawdads for Devin Laginto, and he's allowed 7 earned runs over 5 innings.
And it's tough there because, I'm sorry.
It's a worrying number if you want to send him out in a do-or-die game.
And Haroon Pelja had a good outing against the Crawdads, but also struggled last time out against them as well. The Crawdads just a very good hitting ball club. Brent Cummings has
Especially
his
here.
guys swinging the bat well, and the pitching's been Not too shabby either. 3-2 to Fag Foomson. Chopped over the head of Howard. A spinning play from Olympia in time to first base. How about that defense up the middle? Retires the first out of the fourth.
And that's why Dave Hoke and Zach Pace are so high on that middle infield of Silken, Handren, Olympia, whoever is out at that second base position. Olympia, very big for a shortstop, but has played the position very well. And like that play, flexed out to Gabe Tapia on left.
Howard still working from the wind, this time against Vasquez. First pitch misses low, and it really does become a chess game of who throws when for the Stompers. The pitching staff has been the best in the CCL all season long. Maybe it turns into a situation where no guy gets more than 2 or 3. You just throw in everything at whoever you're playing and not letting them get consistently settled into one pitcher. Second pitch is fouled down the third base line. Now, if it's the slow Blues on Wednesday, Devin Lingetto dominated them last time out. That was down in slow over a month ago.
Very long time ago.
1-1 to Vasquez, misses outside.
I know we talk about it with guys whose fastballs have ticked up a little bit, more towards the higher 80s, but even Howard's 82, I'd like to see him just put that fastball in the zone until it gets hit a little bit more.
2-1 hit right under his feet, back up the middle. Handren and Olympia can't get to it. A single with one gone here for Vasquez.
Yeah, that was an 81-mile-per-hour fastball down and away, and just a very nice piece of hitting by Vasquez to go down and get it and drive it up the middle. It's now his third hit of the series.
And a low fastball, known as like the ground ball pitch. That's what pitchers throw just to get a ball on the ground. It does just that there, but a good piece from Vasquez, able to find a gap with it. Vasquez will lead off first. Doesn't go on the first pitch. It's a ball to Dylan Tagium, who hit it single in the first. It was then a 6-2 fielder's choice that threw out Nomar Vasquez there as he ran home after the ball got just past Kyle Olympia. He fouls this one off here. Now 1-1.
Chris Albee up and loosening in the bullpen.
Tagium, a moment here. 1-1 the count with Howard, who's going to check back on Vasquez at first. Albee's been a good arm for the Stompers out of the bullpen. I mean, if Sonoma had the full pitching staff that they started this season with, it might be wraps if they get to the postseason. You still have Nick Santavanez, Jaden Harper. Both those guys go back to Fullerton as this one's hit into shallow right field. Coming on to make the catch is Quinn Meaden, and he does exactly that. What could have been a chance for a double play at first base, but Lazul was going back for the ball, and
Howard has to cover.
Yeah, Howard has to cover first base. They don't get it, but they get the out, which is the big one there, to bring up Tyler Haruta with 2.
Left fielder number 5, Tyler Haruta.
Howard from the stretch here to Haruta. It's chopped softly down the third base line and foul. Silken had to wait on that one there. It kicked well foul and then slowly worked its way back towards the line.
Yeah, and that was heads-up play by Silken because Haruta was just sitting in the box. If that ball had gone fair, I think Silken had a chance to pick it up and throw him out.
Nice patience there at the hot corner. Not something the third baseman gets a lot of opportunity to showcase.
Usually it's going the other way, waiting for it to kick foul. So a couple heads-up plays from Silken over there at third.
0-1, they'll check back, and it gets past Paul Lazul. A low throw from Howard. It goes into right field, and a turn made at second base. Lazul has to make a throw here. It won't go through to third. Olympia cuts it off on the infield. A 2-bag error from David Howard. So now puts the runner just 90 feet away. It's an 0-1 count to Tyler Haruta, and I don't love the pick move there. I don't think the lead off by Vasquez was anything ridiculous, not something that kind of warranted the attention. You just got to focus on what's in front of you with 2 outs. This one hit hard, just fouled down the third base line, and that's exactly why. A ball put in play with the runner on first base and 2 outs more than likely is not going to score the run, but you give him 180 feet for free, and now he's even a passed ball from potentially getting the Filipinos on the board.
Howard's first throwing error of the season.
The 0-2 just misses outside. A nice pitch there with the changeup, but just off the corner.
And that turns into a two-base error on Howard.
And a lot of room in foul right territory. Nice block from Pulowski behind the dish. Saved the run there, 2-2.
That was the 60th pitch from David Howard, and Chris Albee was up for a while. He's either sat down or he's ready to go.
You'll likely see him for the 5th.
You'd love to see Howard get through this 4th inning by himself.
It's 2-2, runner on third. That's Vasquez. The pitch to Haruta, foul back again, and the pitch count is relatively high for what we've seen from David Howard this season, and that's due to the Filipinos just lengthening out at bats, hitting foul ball after foul ball, not going down without a fight really at all. The 2-2, foul back again by Haruta. He's had a lengthy at bat. He struck out in the 2nd. That one of just 2 strikeouts for Howard's day.
And the Stompers coaching staff sort of has, we're not going to let a guy go that much past the 60 pitch mark.
2-2 misses outside, 3-2.
We've seen starkly different approaches. Nick Sanziri let a starter go 120 pitches. We've seen Finn Whalen throw 3 times in a week for San Francisco.
3-2 misses, and it's ball 4. Haruta aboard with 2 outs on a walk, and the air seems to really have kind of rattled David Howard. Couldn't find the zone much since throwing it into right, and Zach Pace will emerge from the Stompers dugout.
Again, Zach working as the pitching coach and the manager today. Mike Nunez not with the squad here on the Sunday afternoon. So this could be telling David, you've got one more, and I would guess that's the conversation that Pace has had with him. He rarely, especially with a veteran guy like Howard, will just go take the ball from him. But he's probably saying, you're up over 60 pitches. Come out here. This is your last guy. Go get him.
Yeah, so he will get another batter here. It'll be Stephen Leo. 5 hits, 5 runs, 7 walks, 19 strikeouts. That includes the one in the 2nd on the year. Just a 119 average entering today's game.
5 for 43. Go get him.
That's probably a bit of what Zach Pace says there. I don't know if he knows the exact stats, but he probably, takes a look and says, oh, really low batting average. Just go get the guy. Reminds Howard he's got the stuff. He's gotten himself this far into the ball game. First pitch to Leo, misses high and out. Thanks for joining us here on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network. Roman Raffelli, Kieran Costa here in the final regular season ball game for Sonoma. This one hit at Kyle Olympia, who's going to take it himself to second base and nearly ran into Max Sandra and didn't get the out, but they do. It's a fielder's choice, 6 unassisted. That ends the 4th. The Stompers strand 2 runners thanks to a nice piece of defense and nifty pitching from David Howard. We'll head to the home half here in the 4th. Khalil Holguin enters the ballgame for Braden Briscoe, who went just an inning. He gave up 3 hits, an earned run. That was the home run to Hendren. He stranded a pair, which, I mean, all in all, 5 balls were sent to the outfield after the Hendren home run, so 6 hard-hit baseballs, but just 1 run.
Yeah, Holguin pitched 1 inning on July 2nd, gave up 1 hit, and struck out a hitter in a 4-batter inning against the Academy Barons.
Pitch misses high to Connor Pulowski, 2-0 with a curveball. And Holguin started yesterday's ballgame in left field, but it came out after what I believe was his first at-bat in the 2nd or 3rd inning.
Yeah, holding his back, talking to Ali Slinson yesterday.
Yeah. He was replaced after his at-bat in the 2nd inning. It was a 6-3 groundout to Kyle Olympia. Now 3-0 to Connor Pulowski.
Yeah, he started him fastball up over his head, then tried the curveball, didn't break enough, stayed high, and then that 3rd pitch, I think he tried to go back to the fastball and missed it low. So erratic command through just 3 pitches.
3-0 to Pulowski, not close, 4-pitch walk for Connor.
Yeah, Pulowski's seen 8 pitches, and all 8 of them have missed.
So he's aboard twice. Those his 17th and 18th walks of the summer. He's got just 15 strikeouts, an excellent plate approach from the Bellarmine Knights.
Yeah, the Stompers really exploded in the middle innings yesterday when they got into that Philippines bullpen. They led 2-0 after 3 and then put a 5 spot in the 3rd.
Gabriel Tapia unloads a swing but comes up empty here. He singled in the 2nd, but was cut down at 2nd on the Quinn Meaden fielder's choice.
That's a swing I don't like. We talked about I liked aggression after walks. He's been on 4 pitches, none of them close. You don't give him more.
Hits this one hard at the 2nd baseman, Stevenson, who throws to 2nd for 1, and they won't make the throw to 1st. A fielder's choice there. It goes 4-6 to retire Pulowski.
Get yourself a little more speed on the bases. Tapia trades places with Pulowski.
We did see Connor Pulowski steal his 4th base back in the 2nd. I don't know who you're calling slow.
I should not disrespect Pulowski like that.
Not a guy known for stealing bases. It's a fair assessment.
Catcher's speed, as they say.
Yeah. Rolls over to the top. It's Quinn Meaden. Tapia dancing off the bag. First pitch to Meaden's in for a strike.
Yeah, Meaden took 2 pitches to go down 0-2 last at-bat in the 2nd, but ended up extending his on-base streak to 15 games. At-bats, goodness. Plate appearance is actually the correct.
Yeah.
Or because that's a fielder's choice and a walk. Yesterday was double, single, fielder's choice, walk, single, 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 5-hit day. And then the last at-bat against the Seagulls was hit by pitch.
0-1 misses inside, 1-1. And it was interesting to see last at-bat for Quinn Meaden taking 2 balls that were very hittable when he's on such a tear. You got to imagine the leash with him is, longer than anybody on the roster from Zach Pace. Now 1-1. Tapia takes off, and the throw not in time. An excellent jump from Gabriel Tapia.
I like that take from Meaden, too. Could have been a hit and run, but he saw how good Tapia's jump was and just let him swipe the bag. And now it's an RBI chance for Meaden, who's tallied 5.
And it's a more fluid kind of steal from Tapia. He starts the lead short and then just adds and adds and adds to get the timing of the pitcher, and he executed it flawlessly there.
Yeah, Meaden tacked on his 6-run batted in the 2nd inning.
The 1-2 skips in 2-2.
I mentioned this when Meaden went down in the count 0-2 back in the 2nd, and he's yet to strike out, and I wonder what now his plate appearance number is. 15.
Holguin will look to end that streak here. It's 2-2. Tapia off 2nd. The pitch gets him exactly as we just mentioned there. That's the classic announcer's jinx. Meaden goes down, and as does his 15 plate appearance on base streak, but I think it's safe to say that's a streak that's safe in the Stomper record books. And it brings up Max Hendren with 2 gone, runner on 2nd.
Cycle watch.
You just announcer jinx someone, you're
No,
going to go right back out with cycle watch?
Need a single or a double to get 3/4 of the way.
He's called first pitch strike on the outer corner with a fastball there from Holguin. He tripled in the first and then homered in the third. He's definitely got the two harder ones, although for Max, the single might be the tricky part. Tapia dances off second. Holguin delivers home. It's cut on and missed by Handren. Comes up empty, and Tapia takes off as they throw back to the mound. He slides in safe to third, and that's just some pesky and really heads-up base running from Gabriel Tapia. Nifty stolen base there.
Yeah, stole that one off the catcher. Lee wasn't paying attention, lobbed it back to the pitcher Holguin, and Tapia danced off and then booked it towards third.
It's 0-2 to Handren, runner 90 feet away. And Max Handren is rung up on a backwards strikeout. You don't see that all too often, but it's a clean inning for Kal-El Holguin out of the bullpen. We'll head to the fifth. The Stompers lead it 4-0. Chris Albee takes the bump in relief for David Howard, who went 4 innings of shutout ball, 3 hits, a pair of walks, a pair of strikeouts. Pitch count got high, but he worked in and out of trouble. Nothing for the Philippines so far. First pitch from Albee misses just low to Owen Stevenson.
Albee 0-1 in 8 games out of the bullpen, a 2.38 earned run average over 11 and a third innings, 7 strikeouts to 6 walks.
1-0 to Stevenson, hit hard right at Kyle Olympia, who creates some space. The throw across the diamond, just up the line from Paul Lazul. Pulowski, great hustle to get up the line and not allow an extra base for Stevenson.
Tough play from Olympia. It's now the second or third time we've seen him back up and try and make the long throw. He nicely threw a 1 bouncer to Paul Lazul yesterday, just a perfect top chest high. This one was wide of the bag. Lazul tried to stretch and it kicked past him.
Now we've seen Olympia be very good at the shortstop position, but an errant throw there, probably one he wishes he had back.
Didn't allow an extra base, at least, with that throw going to the fence.
Runner on first, no outs for Malachi Lopez, who flew out to Gabriel Tapia in left. I'll be set at the belt. 0-1 misses low, 1-1. No stolen bases on the year for Stevenson. This one misses high, now 3-0. 2-1 the count. Albee from the stretch. It's hit high, shallow into left field. Tapia ranges over, loses it in the sun. It's going to fall right next to him, and no play at second base. Didn't hit the glove there, but loses it in the sun. A tough play for Tapia.
Yeah, Gabe did the hardest part, which was getting over to that baseball. Got a long way to go, battling the sun. Very bright day, especially for the left fielder, and it dropped. It sort of overran it, and it dropped back towards the field of play.
It's 2 on, no outs for Chris Albee on the mound. It's Wyatt Lamarsna in the box. He walked into third. First pitch he sees from Albee misses high. Albee gets the sign from Pulowski, comes set and takes a look back to second. The pitch hits softly into shallow left field. Tapia, a much easier play here, makes the catch, and it retires the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher number 88, Ben Lee.
And it rolls the order over to the top in Ben Lee, a single and a fly out so far today. A couple of hard hit baseballs. First pitch to Lee is fouled back. I'll be a bit of a delay, but gets the sign from Pulowski. Comes set. Stevenson dancing off second. The pitch home in for a strike. 0-2 to Ben Lee. Stevenson off second. Reached on the throwing error by Kyle Olympia. Lopez off first. He singled. It's 0-2 to Ben Lee. The pitch just off the outside corner. One, two, one gone here in the top of the fifth. Pitch from Albee. Slider works its way onto the plate, but it's fouled back by Ben Lee.
Stompers can't give the Philippines an inch here. Don't let them gain some confidence, think they can get back in this ball game. You've dominated now for going on a 15th inning.
I'll be a much slower pace than David Howard. Also just a much different arm angle and stature. The righty delivers home. Fouled back again, 1-2. Howard, the much taller lefty. Albee, 5'10 righty, delivering from the sidearm. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runners nearly take off. It's hit just fouled on the third base line. And almost looked like a miscommunication there. Stevenson began to take off and then paused, likely just bluffed, but first base runner Malachi Lopez took off pretty much immediately and then had to shut it down when he saw that Stevenson wasn't going. Head back to their respective bases. It's still 1-2 to Ben Lee. Albie gonna move back to second base, but no throw there. Runners go, 1-2, hit hard into left field right at Tapia, who makes the catch above his head. Now the throw to second base. In time, it's 7-6-4. A inning-ending double play. Chris Albie works out of the jam, and we'll head to the top of the sixth. It's Sonoma Stompers baseball on the Sonoma Stompers broadcast network. Nick Sebastiani leads off the bottom of the fifth for Sonoma, and he launches a baseball foul down the left field line. It lands it in the bullpen of the Philippines. Oh, 1 to Sebastiani. He's cut on and missed. 0-2. Sebastiani, his 27th strikeout of the summer back in the first inning. He flew out to left on a ball that was a mere feet from exiting Arnold Field. 0-2, misses low with a hook. Hogue wins 1-2, in there for a strike 3 call by John Pierce. He punches out Nick Sebastiani. Now 3 consecutive strikeouts for Holguin. Those the top 3 Stompers in the order. And it brings up Xander Silkin. A 6-3 groundout in the first, though he got an RBI there. It scored Max Handren, and he flew out to center field back in the third. First pitch he sees from Holguin is just inside 1-0. Well inside and high, 2-0. Holguin delivers. It's fouled and off the glove of Ben Lee. Silkin, an aggressive hack there, 2-0. Not a bad approach, especially down the stretch here. Stompers going to need to do damage in the postseason, looking to secure the 1 seed in the CCL North. That would mean an off day Monday and Tuesday and a home game on Wednesday. That would be the winner of the game on Tuesday, more than likely Walnut Creek and San Luis Obispo there. 2-1 skips past Ben Lee, now 3-1. Silkin, one of the late additions to the Stompers roster that came after the CCL All-Star Week. Stompers lost a few key pieces there. 3-1, cut on and missed. Filler up 3-2 now to Silkin. Colton Boardman rolled his ankle over the week and decided to call it a season there. Brady Shannon injured his oblique in the home run derby. He was in the semifinals there. That was what could have been quite the run for Brady Shannon, but he heads back to Youngstown State nursing that. Payoff to Silkin, misses high and in, ball 4. He ends the 3 consecutive Stompers strikeouts. And it's the second walk for Kalel Holguin's day on the bump. We'll bring up Cam Hegeman. An error by Fagfum sent it short and a single here. He's been on twice. Holguin takes a look. Silkin off first base, delivers home and misses low. Bottom of the 5th, the Stompers lead it 4-0, looking to add on here in the 5th. A check back to Silkin at first isn't in time. Holguin gets the sign from Lee and comes set at the belt. 1-0. Hit hard into right field. Chasing over is Leo, who drops it. Had it in and out of the glove, but it's going to get Xander Silkin at second base. That's a terrible break for the Stompers. So it's a fielder's choice. It goes 9-6. And Hegeman's aboard. It cuts down Xander Silkin. And brings up Kyle Olympia. Single and a ground out to start his day. First pitch is called a strike on the inside corner. Olympia out of SF State digs in the 0-1, misses at his feet, 1-1. Nice squeeze there from Lee behind the dish. Doesn't allow Hegeman to advance. He's 5 for 8 on stolen bases this summer for Sonoma. 1-1 from Holguin, cut on and missed. A very large hack there from Olympia, and he's behind in the count 1-2. Holguin now ahead of Olympia 1-2. Takes a look back at Hegeman at first. Doesn't steal the pitch into the left-handed batter's box, but a nice slide and block from Ben Lee. Postseason baseball nearly upon us here in Noma. A home game at some point for the Stompers, and well, you can catch highlights if you're not able to make it on all Stompers socials. That's TikTok, Instagram. Follow us on X as well. This one hit hard down the third base line. Fair, but it gets under the glove of Malachi Lopez. Cam Hegeman's going to go first to third, and Kyle Olympia thought about going to second, and he'll take off now. The throw-in hits Cam Hegeman in the head. He'll get time from Dean Poteet. And Olympia stays at first base. It's a single and his 5th hit for the Stompers. Second single today. Puts runners on the corners with 2 outs for Paul Lazul, who's got 22 hits on the year, 5 doubles, 3 home runs. Well, 17 RBI. Digs in from the left. Corners and 2 gone for Sonoma, bottom of the 5th. First pitch from Holguin, called a strike on the outside edge. You can catch much more than just highlights on Stompers socials. Good content creation by the marketing team on TikTok. Player of the Week honors nearly every week. Some great stats there. 0-1 to Lazul. Called a strike on the outside edge. 0-2 now. Even starting lineups before the game. Just some good clips there. Great way to keep up with the game if you're not able to join us on the cast or in person. Holguin set. The 0-2 to Lazul. Driven into the glove of Owen Stevenson. A nice catch to his left, which ends the inning. The Stompers down without a run in their last 2 innings. We'll head to the top of the 6th here on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network. Christian Klosterman enters the ballgame for Chris Albee, who threw a scoreless inning, a hit. He had 2 on with just 1 out, but got an L7764 double play. That's a new one for the book.
Klosterman, a righty, threw last year at the College of San Mateo, has a 2.57 ERA.
First pitch he delivers is hit sharply into right field for a single. That off the bat of J.J. Fagfum Sintu.
Stompers still only lead this game 4-0. It's very much in striking distance.
A couple of scoreless innings thrown by Khalil Holguin out of the PNT bullpen. This one gets over the head of Pulowski in a free base for Fagfumsint. He's all of a sudden in scoring position.
Yeah, what's this? The 3rd consecutive inning now where the Philippines national team's gotten a runner into scoring position.
All relatively early in the innings as well, but Stomper pitching's worked out of the jam. One and 0 here to Nomar Vasquez, a single and a fielder's choice. Pitch from Klosterman misses outside.
Klosterman struggled last time out. That was out of league game on Thursday against the California Tigers. Got a blown save in that one, but he also got the win.
2-0 misses low and out, 3-0.
In that California Tigers game, he was actually in this exact situation when he came out for the 10th inning. Runner at second, nobody out. Bunt, ground out, hit by pitch, ground out. That was a nice play by Shepler, looking to work that same magic act here in the 6th.
He's behind 3-0 to Vasquez. Pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. Three and 1. Klosterman delivers outside and low, ball 4.
Yeah, Laginto now up and throwing. I think Zach Pace wanted him for 1, maybe 2 innings today. Keep him sharp. You expect him to throw at some point in the playoffs. And also, Laginto, Filipino, really wanted this outing against a lot of his Filipino teammates. Yes, countrymen would be the word I was looking for there.
Dylan Tagium digs in with 2 on and no outs against Klosterman. The first pitch misses outside.
Don't look now, tying run in the on-deck circle.
Tagium, a fielder's choice, a single, which ended the inning on a fielder's choice in the 1st. He flew out to Quinn Meaden in right. This one chopped up the middle, chance for 2 here. Olympia to Handrin. To Lazul in time for the 6-4-3 tailor-made double play.
Exactly what Christian Klosterman needed to do. It couldn't have been any easier for the Stomper middle infield.
And just like that, 2 gone, a runner 90 feet away. That's J.J. Fagfumsint, but Stompers looking to get out of a hairy situation unharmed again. Pitch gets away from Pulowski. Runner's going to come home, and it won't be in time to Klosterman. The shutout bid spoiled there on the wild pitch.
Yeah, he did all the work. He got 2 outs on 1 pitch like he needed on the 6-4-3 double play, and then his second wild pitch of the inning comes back to bite him.
Yeah, both of those moved Fagfumsint 90 feet. The first was first to second, and that one third to home. 4-1 in favor of the Stompers. The Philippine national team gets on the board, and this one driven into left off the bat of Tyler Haruda, who rounds first and will stay there.
Now batting right fielder number 20, Stefan Leo.
Brings up Stefan Leo.
5 for 44 this season.
He'll dig in from the right with Tyler Haruta off first base and 2 outs. First pitch from Klosterman misses high. One-0 picked by Pulowski. A nice stop there on a ball in the dirt. He pump fakes to first, but Haruta back.
Stompers offense, no matter how many runs are scored this inning, even if it's just the one, cannot allow Holguin to get a shutdown inning. They need to go put up 1 at the very least in the last of this inning.
2-0 from Klosterman's fouled back into the netting, 2-1.
Buchan.
2-1, just outside, 3-1. Thanks for joining us here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. Roman Raffelli, Kieran Costa. 3-1 from Klosterman's popped up on the infield. Max Hendren gives way to Cameron Hegeman, who drops the ball in center field. The throw in time to keep the runner at third base. And a single awarded to Stefan Leo. That's his 6th hit of the summer.
That's a tough one. The sun continuing to cause problems. Max Hendren never saw that baseball off the bat. And now, this is the tying run, and Zach Pace will visit. But it was Hegeman's ball the whole way. Hendren did the right thing to give way, and Hegeman had to come into a slide to try and make that play.
We've talked about it all season long that Cameron Hegeman, when he fields the ball or is going to field the ball, it doesn't ever look like he's very confident in it, or at least it's always kind of a shaky play there. It falls just to his left, and it'll be the end of the road for Christian Klosterman. Not the ideal outing, but he'll give way to Devin Laginto, who we'll talk to you about after this short break. Devin Laginto out of the bullpen for the Stompers in a 2-on, 2-out situation here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, this is Laginto's 9th appearance of the season, just the 2nd time he's come out of a bullpen, and this is the first time that he's come into a situation with the runners on base.
The work from the stretch, the first pitch to Stevenson down the middle for a strike.
And it's honestly maybe one of the only times in his career he's done that. He was a starter in high school. He had just 1 appearance at Grand Canyon. That was in a clean inning.
This ball hit just foul past Xander Silken at third base.
In 31 and a third innings, he has a 4.59 ERA, 32 strikeouts to just 7 walks. He last pitched on July the 23rd. That was in San Francisco. He gave up 4 earned runs in 2.1 innings. All of those runs came in that final inning, or final third, I guess.
0-2 to Stevenson, cut on and missed. Down he goes. That's the beer batter tonight. Half-price beer and jam avoided by Devin Laginto. We'll head to the home half here in the 6th. Another arm from PNT's bullpen. It's Brandon Hoffman.
Yeah, Hoffman, righty, 6'6", 235 from Woodland Hills. Going to Los Angeles Valley College. Finished up 1 year there. 6 games, all of them out of the bullpen. He has a 1.35 earned run average. So it looks like Will Pickett's has saved his best arms for today.
First pitch to Connor Pulowski is chopped foul down the third base line. He comes in for Kalel Holguin, who went 2 innings of shutout baseball. A hit, a pair of walks, and 3 strikeouts. He's kept his ball club in this one.
Yeah, that's the first swing from Connor Pulowski. Had drawn 2 walks on 8 pitches.
It was the first batter Holguin faced. He'll be the first batter that Hoffman faces, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hoffman winding from the right. The 0-2 to Pulowski hits him in the shoulder. So he's aboard with a free pass here. It's his 3rd free pass of the ball game.
That's just the 3rd time Pulowski's been hit this season, and the 109th time the Stompers have been hit.
And that's just an insane occurrence for Sonoma. He leads off first. The first pitch to Gabe Tapia in the 9-hole for Sonoma is a strike on the outside corner.
Good day for the on-base percentage to close out the season.
0-1 from Hoffman, hit hard through the right side. It's gloved by Stevenson, and the 4-3 puts out Tapia. Pulowski advances to second. Brings up Quinn Meaden at the top of the order, whose 15 plate appearance on base streak came to a close with his strikeout in the 4th. Brief pause on the bump for Hoffman. Pulowski leads off second. Meaden digs in from the right. Pulowski takes off first pitch. It's in the dirt. The throw gets him at third base. An aggressive swipe attempt there from Pulowski, and a great throw just testing Ben Lee behind the dish. He loses the battle, fails the test. 2 gone now for Quinn Meaden at the top of the order. Hoffman from the wind, the 1-0, 2-0 now to Meaden. Meaden, since joining the Stompers just over a week ago, has 8 hits, 5 walks, and has been on base more than not. He hits this one hard to left field, but it fades foul and hits the wall on the fly. Quinn, not a real power threat at the top of the lineup, a speedy guy, an on-base guy, but he found a barrel there, nearly sent it over the left field wall. Saw just an out from Devin Laginta. It was 3 pitches, but Haroon Pellinger warming in the bullpen. 2-1 inside the Meaden, 3-1. Max Handren stands on deck. 3-1, excuse me. Hit high into shallow right center field. Coming on is Leo, and he makes the grab to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Stompers, despite a hit by pitch in the 6th. We'll head to the top of the 7th, and Kieran Costa takes you through the final 3 innings of regular season baseball on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network.
Devin Laginto starts his first clean inning with a slider at 68 miles an hour. Laginto fires this one. It's popped towards second. Handren ranges into the outfield, and it's over his outstretched glove for a single. There's been a base runner every inning except the second. It's Wyatt Lamarsna's chance. Two-hit day for Malachi Lopez out of the 8th spot in the lineup. And that slider from Laginto usually sits at 78 miles an hour. That one was 68. You'd have to hope it just slipped out of the hand. Haroon Pelja up in the bullpen for Sonoma, and Laginto tries a fastball 83 miles an hour below the zone. That slider does drop down to 71. We've seen it there a couple of times. Picks back to first base. Lazul snags him. Keeps that run from moving into scoring position. Laginto delivers low again. That's back-to-back fastballs. Both those at 83, though. That's a tick down from his average of 85. Stompers counting outs. They're 9 away from securing the top spot in the CCL North Playoffs. That one's a called strike inside corner, 67, so that slider is down from that average. 2-1 home. This one's grounded to third. Silkin takes a tough hop to second for one. The relay to first. In time! Around the horn go the Stompers. 5, 4, 3. And for the third time today, the Stompers have turned a double play. Third time in as many innings. This wasn't the 18-2 domination from last night. The Philippines national team hanging around. But Stomper pitching continues to get it done. That's a slider. That's up to 70, and that's a called strike one. Maybe this is Dev trying to find his slider. And he was battled illness, had a fever over 100, didn't throw for 2 weeks. There's 1-1. That's a slider again. It's hit off his glove. Handren has to make a recovery from second base and won't be able to. It's an infield single. Lee's second hit of the day. Laginto has to let that ball go. It's an easy play for Handren. Instead, it's a hit.
And the illness and the fever for Laginto wasn't just like a physical battle. I talked to him about it. It was really going through it. I mean, he had a very high fever. His mother nearly took him to the ER. It was so bad. But he was also really looking forward to representing the team for the CCL All-Star break, but gets sick immediately, wasn't able to go. It took a toll.
First pitch slider in there for a called strike. It's been 5 straight sliders from Laginto. Yet to go to the heater. He does here. It's bounced foul up the first base line. 84 in on the hands. Laginto way out in front now. No balls and 2 strikes. Haroon Pelja in the bullpen. There's 7 outs to get. You have Laginto, Pelja, and Gens. Slider low, blocked by Pulowski. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Howard started the game, 4 shutout innings. Albee threw a scoreless 5th. Klosterman gave up a run in the 6th, pitching 2/3 of an inning. Laginto got the final out of the last inning and the first 2 outs of this 7th. Devin comes set at the belt, fires it towards the plate. It's lined towards shallow center field, but Handren makes the catch as he ranges towards the outfield grass. The inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. Time to stretch in Sonoma. The Stompers can almost taste it. 6 outs to get before being crowned the top seed in the CCL North. Max Handren leads off against Brandon Hoffman here in the home half of the 7th. And he swings at the first pitch and bounces it foul the opposite way off the end of the bat of the left-handed hitter who just got his degree from California University in Berkeley. We got to meet his head coach, Mike New, who was coming to watch Luke Duncan yesterday. I had a nice talk with him. He went to Miami. I went go to Syracuse, talked some ACC sports. Cal recently made the move to the Atlantic Coast Conference, if you can explain that to anybody. That one's fouled off 1-2.
Well, and he seemed fairly happy with how the first year of it went. I mean, if I was the head coach of a program on the West Coast and had to go clear across to the East multiple times in a spring semester, I would not be as happy as he was.
1-2 pitch. It's bounced towards the second baseman. It kicks off the glove of Stevenson. And if this is ruled a single, he's 3/4 of the way to the cycle, but it's an error on the second baseman, Stevenson.
Now batting, designated hitter number 6, Nick Sebastiani.
So Handren aboard to lead off the 7th. Stompers trying to add some insurance, and Hoffman throws over. Stompers have played 4 seasons in the California Collegiate League, and they're oh so close to hosting their first playoff game, and that being the North title. Sebastiani, a big swing and a miss. Pitch, called strike, outside corner, 0-2. Nick struck out twice. He's also flown out to the left fielder, Haruta. That ball was hit on the screws. Handren off first, he reached on an error. And Hoffman with another move back. It's not the prettiest righty move. He steps off the mound, turns around, and throws to first base. You think he's ever going to pick someone off with that move?
It's a pretty typical B move, as in like the A move is the one that really is good, and the B is kind of the backup one, but nothing special.
Sebastiani pops it up. No one can see it in the sun. It's going to drop, and there's going to be a play at second base on a high hop. The first and second baseman run into each other, and Handren's going to make it safely to second base. Single Nick Sebastiani. That ball's lost in the sun. Everybody is safe. Comedy of errors for the Philippines national team. Stompers looking to add some insurance in the 7th. It was a high pop-up right at Vasquez. Vasquez and Stevenson, the first and second baseman, came together. Nobody saw it. Handren had to hold at first base, and then it dropped and bounced about halfway back up in the air. And Silken pops his bunt back to the screen, late to get it down, and it just popped back. No play for the catcher, Lee.
And an ideal bunt here for Silken would be just far enough down the third base line that it's a tough play for Hoffman to make, because you pull Lopez off of third base, allow Handren for sure a free 90 there, and if it's close enough and a well enough placed bunt, even a potential single on the infield.
This exact situation happened in the slow Blues game 2 days ago. Silken can't get that bunt down either. That was a fastball 84 up above the zone, and he bunted it back to the screen. The Blues took a 5-4 lead over the Oaks. This was 2 nights ago. They took a 5-4 lead over the Oaks going to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Oaks had first and second, nobody out. This exact same situation. A bunt was dropped down, and the third baseman threw it down the left field line. Walk-off, 4-base error. Silken hits this one the opposite way. 2 runs scored on that errant throw from Hixenbaugh. And that's why the Stompers control their own destiny right now.
That's a tough way to lose any ball game, but especially one late in the season. You talk about the final weekend, and you throw it around the park, just something you can't have. Certainly caused some Blues that night.
It's good. 0-2 pitch. Silken winds it foul back to the screen.
And can you imagine if the Stompers and the Blues in the postseason were going to have all the jokes yet again? It's been so long. had them in the tank
Yeah, I
nearly
know.
all summer, just haven't gotten to use them.
The Blues right now trail the Riptide 3-0 down at Sinsheimer Park. If that result holds, the Blues will be the 3 seed and they'll play in Walnut Creek on Tuesday. Silken chases, and he's struck out for the 3rd time as a Stomper, 1 down. Stompers need insurance here.
And the Blues have to go up to Walnut Creek. That's sure a slow, long bus ride there.
Hegman, right-handed hitter, reached base 3 times, an error, a single, and a fielder's choice. He takes a called strike at the knees.
What's the best kind of music on that
No, we're not. We
bus
can't
ride?
do this. We can't do this all inning long. 0-1 pitch. Hagan bounces it foul back to the screen. 0-2, and Hoffman is bared down a little bit. His inning should be over. Handren hit a routine ground ball to second that kicked off Stevenson. Sebastiani had a pop-up that dropped on the infield, and Silken struck out. Instead, it's first and second, 1 out. The pitch to Hegeman barely gets a piece to stay alive. You've got any more? I see you're sitting over there
I mean,
thinking.
you shut down that one.
I didn't. It was too easy. Wind blowing out to center. Hagan looking to put a charge in one. 0-2 pitch on the way. High and tight. Tried a breaking ball and it missed.
The Blues won't be able to shine at home in the
that's a good one.
postseason.
I like that one. That one's. Oh, wait. The Stompers went and played down at Sinsheimer last year in the CCL North wild card game. They won that courtesy of a DJ Scott Grand Slam. They would go on to lose the CCL North title to Walnut Creek, but if this result holds, the Stompers would only need 1 win to face the winner of the South. Hegeman fouls it at home plate again. That one hit his shin, it looks like. That one's got to be painful in what's been already a tough day for Hegeman. He was hit by a baseball sliding in to third base. He fouled a pitch off himself in an earlier at-bat as well. And also there's a ground ball to shortstop, a swipe tag. He was hit pretty firmly in the stomach. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners lead from first and second. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Stompers trying to add to a 3-run cushion. Hegeman takes high and tight, didn't flinch. Filler up 3-2. You'll see an 8th pitch from Brandon Hoffman. More action in the PNT bullpen. Payoff, Hegeman strikes out swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Hoffman, 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop number 7, Kyle Olympia.
2 on, 2 out now for Olympia, who singled his last 2 trips to the plate. Stompers lead by just 3. Olympia swings first pitch and pops it up. Lopez will give it a look, but run out of room down the third baseline, and it lands well out of play. Olympia 2 for 3. He's now 5 for 23 in an abbreviated Stomper summer. Handren off second, Sebastiani off first. The pitch to Olympia is low, blocked by the catcher Lee. Pelja throwing in the bullpen. He could be asked to get the last 6 outs. Maybe Brandon Gentz gets some time today as well. The pitch, Olympia hits it a mile to left. Haruta gives it a look, no chance at that one. Kyle Olympia's first home run as a Stompers blown the game open here in the 7th inning, and the Stompers inch ever closer to hosting the CCL North title. That ball was crushed by Kyle Olympia. There's his signature moment as a Stomper.
That ball absolutely decimated to left field. No doubter. Olympia, nice little bat flip down the first base line. Crushed off the bat. 363 from Kyle Olympia.
And that's the insurance run Sonoma needed. 7-1. And now it's just a race against the clock until Sonoma finish off the regular season atop the CCL North standings. Olympia's second, third, and fourth RBI. Wazul, left-handed hitter, he has some power himself. He lines this one to second. Stevenson watches it kick by into right. That's a single for Wazul, his first hit of the ball game. Stompers keep the line moving. Olympia got all of that baseball and more.
And a tough play there for Stevenson. He ran himself into a bad hop. He tried to charge it, but then only charged it about halfway. Just crossed it kind of the hip versus picking a short hop or giving space, getting the long hop, and it skips by him.
Pulowski's walked twice and been hit by a pitch. 1 for 2 trying to swipe bags. He's ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. That's going to be the swing that propels the Stompers to hosting this game. That one's bounced through the right side. Opposite field single. All Connor does is produce. Leo knocked the ball down. Lazul should have been probably picking up his third base coach. And Will Pickett is going to make a call to the bullpen. Stompers with a 2-out rally. Chase Brandon Hoffman in the 7th. Sonoma smashed their foot on the gas pedal. They lead it 7-1. Ethan Tondag, the new arm, comes in with first and second, 2 outs, 3 home already in the frame. Tondag made just 3 appearances, totaling an inning and 2/3 for the Kenyatta Colts last season. The left-handed pitcher out of Fremont comes home, and it's in there for a called strike. He's ahead of Tapia, 0-2. Pitched 1 inning. That was against the Stompers on June 19th. He gave up 2 earned in an inning of work. A 5'8" left-handed pitcher delivers, and Tapia bounces it towards second. Another chance for Stevenson. He gloves and throws this one in time. The inning is over. But the Stompers get 3 on a Kyle Olympia long home run. The 8th inning next. Sonoma leads by 6. Nomar Vasquez will face Haroon Pelja. He's the 5th pitcher to go today for Zach Pace. This is his 9th appearance, his 5th out of the bullpen, and his first offer is popped up on the infield. Max Handren battling the sun. He can't see it. Kyle Olympia, the shortstop, ranges to the second base side of the bag to make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out for Pelja. He's now gone 28 complete innings with 24 strikeouts and 10 walks. A 2.27 ERA, a 2-1 record. Devin Laginto gave up 2 hits and struck out 1 batter over 4 outs without giving up a run. 1 pitch, 1 out for Pelja, who misses high with an off-speed pitch. Slider from Haroon, the tall right-handed pitcher from Melbourne, Australia. Played for Youngstown State the last couple years. Pelja's delivery is inside, 2-0. Stompers now in the driver's seat, 7-1 after the long ball from Kyle Olympia in the bottom of the 7th. 5 outs away. Pelja, 2-0, high and tight, 3-0. Tagium now well out in front of Pelja. Singled in the first inning. That was the ball off the glove of Olympia. Popped out in the fourth, bounced into a 6-4-3 in the sixth. Awaits a 3-0 here in the eighth, in there for a called strike. Pelja throws a fastball about half the time. It comes in 86 miles an hour. He mixes in a slider and a changeup to make up the other half of his pitches. Both of those sit in the mid-70s. 3-1. Served into center. Hegeman plays it on a hop. A looping little line drive yields a hit for Dylan Tagium.
Now batting, left fielder number 5, Tyler Haruta.
Tyler Haruta digs in. He's a right-handed hitter. Stompers have turned 3 double plays. One in the 5th, one in the 6th, one in the 7th. Pelja looks to do the same in the 8th. First pitch fastball blows it by him at 85. Braden Gens up and loosening in the bullpen. He'll get the 9th. Zach Pace looking to just keep his 3 best pitchers in Laginto, Pelja, and Gens sharp come Wednesday's title game. That one's looped into center field. Hegeman will have to play this one on a hop. And I think Handren wasn't quick enough to the bag. There could have been a play. Hegeman was sprinting right towards second base. Handren could have set up as a first baseman, set up towards the outfield.
Yeah, Hegeman definitely gave it a thought there. Well, I mean, ultimately, you're up 7-1 here in the 8th. No need to force the issue, start throwing the ball around the field. Just get the outs.
Tries a slider on the first pitch, and it misses. Gens, who's the Stompers' closer, hopefully is not in a save situation today. 2 on. Pelja has really slowed the pace of this ball game. The righty comes home. Check swing. Pulowski blocks it, but it kicks far enough away for Dylan Tagium to pick up a stolen base. The appeal to Ron Materi said he did swing. This would set up a situation where Sonoma would not play Monday, not play Tuesday. They'll play the winner of Walnut Creek and San Luis Obispo here at 6:05 on Wednesday. That's one you're not going to want to miss. The first CCL playoff game in Arnold Field's history. 1-1, popped up foul. Stompers hosted many a playoff game before this, including a championship, but that was when they were not a collegiate league team. One-two pitch from Pelja to Leo. Haroon first picks to first. One-two pitch with 1 out. Haroon at the belt, comes to the plate. Struck him out looking. Slider freezes Stefan Leo 2 away. First strikeout for Pelja. That's just the 4th by Sonoma pitching.
Second baseman number 14, Owen Stevenson.
That brings up Owen Stevenson. Working an 0 for 3. Reached on an error in the 5th. Runners at the corners for the Philippines national team. Stevenson takes the first pitch strike. Pelja just stares in and doesn't come set till he gets the sign he likes. Now he comes home, swing and a miss. Stevenson very late on 86. started his swing when the ball was already in Connor Pulowski's glove. 0-2. 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Runners lead from first and third. Pelja comes home to Stevenson. Struck him out swinging. Pulowski backs pick to first base just for fun. It doesn't matter. The side is retired. Pelja gives up a couple of singles, but picks up a couple of strikeouts along the way. Last of the 8th incoming. Sonoma 7, Philippines 1. Top of the order against Ethan Tondag, and Meaden takes outside for a ball. Quinn walked in the first, fielder's choice in the second, struck out in the fourth, also popped out in the sixth. 0 for 2 for Quinn, and he takes 0 for 3, beg your pardon, he takes it in there for a called strike. The pitch to Meaden is outside 2-1. Ethan Tondag, Kenyatta Colt. Hey, he doesn't travel with the team. He's only pitched here in Sonoma. That was June the 19th. His delivery to Meaden, swing and a miss. Oh, this is your kind of matchup. Short King Summer, 5'10" on 5'8".
That was uncalled for.
Meaden pops it up. And Vasquez, the first baseman, makes the catch. Tough day for Meaden. He only reached base via walk in the first and a fielder's choice in the second. He's retired P3. Didn't like that one?
Tough day for me in the booth. You won't laugh at my
No,
jokes.
I mean,
You
come
tell me
on.
it needs to stop. Just a short joke stray out of nowhere. I might as well just
I
hang
haven't
it up
made one
now.
of those all year.
That's not true either. There have been plenty of. I think
Oh.
you made a short joke last time he pitched.
Handren takes a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. One low outside, 1-1 to Handren. Stompers playing their 49th game of the season. That one's high. Pitch is fouled. 2-2. So, I mean, we're getting up near the 450 inning mark that we've spent in the booth together. I feel like I can be allotted at least one.
It's a few. It's all right. I can handle it.
Left on left, Tondag to Handren, and Max kills this baseball to right. 2-homer game, Max Handren. He can't be stopped. It's just not fair. Video game numbers for the left-handed hitter out of Berkeley.
What's that, 4 this week? The dude is just seeing the ball. The game is really so slow for him and gives a tip of the cap to the Arnold faithful.
I mean, Stephon Leo moved just about as much as I did on that baseball. He didn't even turn to watch it go. "1-0, Sebastiani bounces it foul. It looks like a Little League field when Max is swinging. That ball was demolished. Third homer of the day for Sonoma, second for Handren.
Well, what did we say? He was on cycle watch, but I mean, the guy doesn't single.
Absolutely not. So the Stompers had that little mid-inning lull, did not score in the 4th, 5th, or 6th, but they've now scored in all 5 other innings of the ball game. 1-2 to Sebastiani, low outside, 2-2. Nick 1 for 4 today, struck out a couple of times. 2-2 pitch, Sebastiani. That one almost got a piece of Dave Hoke in the third base coaching box.
I mean, over a third of Handren's hits are for extra bases now.
Big time. He now has 6 doubles, 6 home runs, and a triple. 2-2. Bounce foul back to the screen. There's baseball players go on hot streaks, but Max Handren's just been on a hot streak all season.
And no better time to really get on a hot streak. You talk about elevating something that's already elevated. Could be huge for Noma down the stretch.
2-2 pitch. Sebastiani hits it into right field for a single. Back-to-back at-bats with a knock for Nick Sebastiani. That's a nice little 2-hit day for Nick. As he's now has 5 hits since coming off the injury list. He seems to be picking up right where he left off.
Now batting, third baseman number 51, Xander Silken.
So this is now the 19th game that Handren's played this summer. So he's entering his 18th because he didn't. This one's bounced to second. Stevenson knocks it down. His only plays to second. He gets the fielder's choice. You can't enter that first game of play. So he's entered now 18 games. In 11 of those, his OPS has been over 1,000. That is unfair. Silken replaces Sebastiani at first, 4-6, the fielder's choice. 2 outs here in the 8th. That one's grounded up the middle. Base hit, Cam Hegeman. Yet another hit for Cam. He has 10 hits in the last 5 games.
Now batting, shortstop number 7, Kyle Olympia.
Giving Quinn Meenan a run for player of the week.
Or even Max Handren for that matter.
You think we give it to Max again? I mean, 4 home runs this week. I don't care that he got it last week. This one sent into center field. Easy play for Lamarsna, who makes the catch. Come back after this break, and it looks to me like you'll hear the Stompers clinch the #1 seed in the CCL North. You'll have to find out. 8-1 Sonoma as we head to the 9th. First pitch that Gens throws is hammered into left field for Malachi Lopez's third single of the game. So a nice way to round out his regular season. A 3 for 4 day. That brings up Wyatt Lamarsna. Pelge gave up a couple of singles but picked up a couple of strikeouts in a shutout eighth. Gens has yet to give up an earned run as a relief pitcher. All 4 runs allowed was in his one start. 13.2 innings, 12 strikeouts. Misses low, 1-0. Last worked Wednesday through a shutout inning with a strikeout against the Seagulls. This one's popped up foul out of play, 1-1. The pitch is high, 2-1. The Academy Barons have yet to play in today's game, and that means after Handren's home run, I'll tell you after a 2-1's high, 3-1, the Stompers as a team now lead the league in home runs. They have 23 home runs, the Barons have 22. And a team that prides themselves on their pitching has done a nice job hitting the ball over the wall. That one's popped foul, 3-2.
Well, not just the pride in the pitching here, it's the small ball that Zach Pace and this team got most of the season through, and then the home runs came with Brady Shannon showing up just as CCL play started. Max Handren, Nick Sebastiani got hot for a few. It's not a team that is going out there swinging for the fences, but they run into quite a few.
Payoff pitch, runner goes, bounce to third. Silkin's only play is to first, and it is made. 2 outs left.
And that might have been a hit and run put on by the Philippines there. Smart move, keeps you out of the double play.
3 balls, though, could have taken for a walk, too. Back to the top in Ben Lee. 2 for 4 today. A couple of singles, a line out, and a double play. Gens takes a peek at second and delivers low. It skips past Pulowski to the screen. And here on the final day, Gens, this could be his first earned run allowed out of the bullpen in what's theoretically just a stay sharp outing for the newest Stanford Cardinal. After last couple years at Pepperdine, he's going to go to school in Palo Alto. That's what he gets to tell people starting next year. One 0 pitch from Gens. Called strike, 89 miles an hour. David Howard to Chris Albee to Christian Klosterman, Devin Laginto, Haroon Pelja, now Braden Gens. Gens delivers, fouled into the glove of Pulowski, 1-2. J.J. Fag-Fumsen on deck. 1-2 pitch coming from the tall right-handed thrower. That one's bounced off the foot of Lee. And the count holds at 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Against Lee. Righty on righty. Braden delivers, lined foul and out of play. Stompers have played 4 seasons in the CCL. This would be the first time Arnold Field's seen a collegiate league playoff game. 1-2, line foul back to the screen. Very nice battle here from Ben Lee. Stomper crowd has stayed on hand here on a Sunday afternoon. The second to last time they'll be able to watch their Stomps in 2025. That one sent towards center, should score the run. Hageman makes the catch and flips it in. Van Leet with a very long battle yields an RBI on a sac fly. There's 2 down.
And a good job there, just getting a job done, scoring the run. You're still well out of reach here in the 9th, but good reps and always good to just get a run across.
Two outs in the 9th. The pitch from Gens misses high, 1-0. Stomper faithful come to their feet, urging on Sonoma to the 1 seed in the North. The pitch caught on and missed, 1-1. One from Gens, high 2-1. Fag Foomson on the day, 1 for 4. Base is empty, 2 outs in the 9th. Braden Gens delivers to the plate, popped up to left, and this should do it. Out goes the shortstop, Olympia. He makes the play. The CCL North title games come into wine country, and the Sonoma Stompers are the #1 seed. The Stompers end the year on a 3-game winning streak and will play for the title on Wednesday night.
For the North title on Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Credit to Zach Pace and his coaching staff. It's been a long road for the ball club this season, and Zach Pace, a couple milestones today. The first time Sonoma gets to host a playoff game in the CCL era, and a little bit of history for him. It's a personal 31-win season. That's the record for Pace. So much help. Mike Nunez, the pitching coach. Paul Maidorena, the hitting coach. Casey Gilroy's been his bench coach for so long. Dave Hoke, so much work with the infield. He coaches third base. He gets to do it with his son Jacoby Heyer over at first. Kenny Meimerstorff back with the ball club as a coach this time. Happy to be on a coaching staff of a winning ball club. And Roman, a great season, a great way to end the regular campaign. They'll play for a CCL North title, a chance to go to SoCal Wednesday at 6:05.
And that's a huge benefit for the Stompers. You only got to play one. You can throw practically whoever you want in that ball game, and you get to face the depleted winner of a game on Tuesday, that between Slow and Walnut Creek. But it's also just a great way to end the season, and a season riddled by injuries, departures, a lot of just really ugly contests for this team. They stuck through it, played some big games, won some big games, and now they find themselves atop the North at the end of it all.
Yeah, a couple housekeeping notes here. The Stompers finished the regular season 25-15. They win the CCL North. They will take on the winner of the wild card game. That's going to be between the Walnut Creek Crawdads and the Slow Blues on Tuesday. We're still waiting for a location on that one, but it means so much to avoid that wild card game. You have to be sniffing the championship series. You're just 1 win away.
And that's a great spot to be. You sit with the leverage, and not just in you're going to have a fresh team, but you're going to have the depleted team, and they have to come to your ballpark. You know that Arnold Field is going to be packed full of Stompers faithful on Wednesday. We've seen some big crowds the 4th of July, last weekend, the weekend before that.
Yesterday.
Big turnouts. Yesterday we had a huge crowd here. I would not want to be the Crawdads, the Blues, whoever it is, coming into Arnold Field, an ecstatic group of fans waiting for them, and a team fully rested and firing on all cylinders. I mean, talk about a team that, you know, prides themselves on the small ball and the pitching. They lead the league in home runs now. We just talked about that a moment ago. 8th spot here in what was a slower day. Sonoma firing on all cylinders, and a great opportunity to represent the North.
David Howard improves to 1-2 with the victory. Jaden Bagalayos falls to 0-1 with the loss. No save today. Howard to Albee to Klosterman, Laginto, Pelja, and Gens get it done. The Stompers clinch the top spot in the North, and Arnold Field will see a playoff game for the first time in the Stompers' 4 years in the CCL. Max Handren does it again today with a couple home runs. He's really the cornerstone to this offense come hump day 6:05.
And hitting in that 2 spot, you need Quinn Medden above him to have a good day, as well as what we would think would be Nick Sebastiani below him, Xander Silken as well. Just the lineup all needs to continue to produce, but when you've got a guy who's got to be hitting close to 500 now with as many home runs and just the content at the plate in a aggressive way, he doesn't have to force the issue. If he gets a pitch in the zone, he's going to hit it hard somewhere, and frankly, with how we've seen him lately, it seems like he can pick where he wants it to go, that being over the fence a lot of the time now. A tough bat to face, and the whole lineup really just in a good spot right now.
Stay tuned to all our Stompers social medias. On Tuesday night, we'll announce who the Stompers face. That'll be Wednesday, 6:05. The link to those tickets will be going up later tonight. You'll have an email in your inbox with the link to get them. You can also go to stompersbaseball.com. Links on our social media to buy tickets. That's one you're not going to want to miss. The biggest game in the CCL era for the Stompers here at Arnold Field. One last thing before we wrap up the regular season, Roman. The Stompers finish with the best team ERA and the most home runs, and honestly, the most sacrifice flies, I think, will be the number Zach Pace is the most proud of.
Yeah, it was a true team effort all season long. The offense has been good, the defense has been good, the pitching's been spectacular. Everything has gone well for Sonoma this season when they've needed it to. They found ways to win games ugly or pretty, some blowouts that have boosted the run numbers, but the pitching has been the constant. Always just quality starts after quality starts, and when the starter might not have had his best stuff, the bullpen picked him up, gave the team a chance to win, and vice versa there. Just a great all-around season, an excellent ball club put together by this organization, and now a chance to go play some really fun postseason ball.
Yeah, Chase Anderson, his first year at the helm of the Stompers as the general manager, leads them to their best finish in CCL history. How do you like that? Zach Pace at the helm once more. You know he's going to give all the credit to his coaching staff. But Zach, as the head recruiter for this team, as well as the on-field manager, he worked so hard, revamped this roster during an all-star break where he saw 4 different players, cornerstones to his lineup, lead the ball club. He's put a lot of hard work into the 2025 club, and that is fruitful. They finish the regular season atop the CCL North. 25-15 league record, 31 total wins, both of those CCL records for the Stompers. They win their last 3 games, including the last 3 at home to finish the regular season 15-9 in CCL games at Arnold Field. This number will punch it one more time. Wednesday, 6:05. We'd love to see you here in the bleachers, but if you can't make it, there'll be a very long pregame show, probably starting around 5:45. We'll preview everything you need to know. Also, stay tuned. I'll talk to Zach Pace tomorrow about his thoughts on the season. Roman and I will hop on, give you a game preview as well. So stay tuned to all Stompers social medias and especially the Stompers website to get your tickets to the CCL North title game that will be played right here at Arnold Field. And I mean, that does it for the regular season. We've played 40 CCL games, and really our biggest thank you goes to you, the viewer, for tuning in and spending just about every single day from June and July and hopefully into August along with us. Our analytics team, Lucas Sebastiani and Grant Boydell, they do a great job. Our sideline reporter, Caden Sanders, and really everyone else that helps make this broadcast run as smoothly as it does. One last time in the regular season, I'm signing off for Roman Raffelli. We'll see you on Wednesday, 5:45 pregame, and the Stompers are 1 win away from being crowned CCL North champions. On a Sunday in Sonoma, the Stompers win. The Stompers are the 1 seed. We'll see you Wednesday. I'm Kieran Costa saying so long.